the wheels around, so now they're pointing towards the front. So we have tie rods that connect from here to here that are adjustable, and that's how we do our alignment and everything like that. And that's these guys right here. So we're going to go ahead and throw our bushings in the sides of them so they look like this. They have a nice swivel, and throw some bolts through that, get these installed. Make sure everything is fitting up as we expect it before we move on. We got the tie rods connected to the hub and connected back to the steering rack. So they're in on both sides. The alignment's looking pretty decent. We're going to have to fine tune it, but I want to fine tune it once we get the steering shaft in there and we run it out. And that way we can move the wheel left and right, back and forth. Because right now, unlike a normal steering rack, you can kind of just push the wheel and it'll move. This thing's so heavy duty, you can't really just push a wheel and have it move the steering rack. So that's all good. We're going to shift gears real quick to the world of axles. So this vehicle needs an axle coming off of the transaxle right here, running into the hub over there. On each side is a massive heavy-duty CV, and that's what I got in my hand right here. So what we need to build are axles. We're definitely not going to build the whole thing today, but we want to test some stuff out. What we need to build is an axle where on one side for the hub, it has a Mustang spline, and that's what this axle has right here. And on the other side, it has a bolt pattern that bolts into the Lamborghini Gallardo transaxle, which is that guy right there. But we don't need the CVs, the part underneath the boot, because we're using our own CVs. So we figured out the part that goes on the transaxle. We have not figured out the Mustang side. To get these custom made, bolts in them, it's potential for like a 7 to 8 week wait time, and we want to get on the road a little faster. So we're going to figure out if we can take this apart, take this piece off, and then we're going to be able to, machine this piece so it can have a bolt pattern that will bolt into it. So that's the goal. We're just doing a little Beaster build style hackery, just figuring out stuff. We're going to kill a Mustang axle for research. So we're going to cut this boot off, take the CV apart, and see what this thing's made out of. All right, research complete. So, kind of as we expected, we're making sure that there's enough material in here to be able to use this thing and turn it into just an outer stub that can bolt on to an adapter plate that can bolt on to our CV. So you can see why in the off-road world you use big CVs like this, because the size difference is immense between that. And this can handle a lot more power than this CV here. But, you know, stock Mustang axles can easily hold 500-600 horsepower. These are rated for a lot more, and they have a lot more angle ability, and that's why we're going over these. So what we're going to do in the long run is we're going to basically have our machine shop guy throw this in the lathe and trim all of this material off to this line right here, and then we're going to have some bolt holes threaded into this. And we'll use 6 bolts, build an adapter plate that'll bolt out of that, so the bolts will come from the back side into this, and then this side into that, and we'll be able to bolt this to this, hopefully nice and strong, so we can build some axles. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time, but there's really not a lot of other options. So I think that'll work. It's going to be pretty cool. Another thing that we've been talking about is maybe filling the back cup with weld and make it all nice and flat. That could be a really cool way to do things too. So that is our game plan for the Mustang side of the axles, and the rest of it is actually just machining custom pieces. And then we get a spline shaft that goes in here, a couple boots, fill it all with grease. We're going to build our own axles. All right, back to steering stuff. All right, guys, it's a new day, and we're going to keep working on getting the steering wheel attached to the steering shaft, that shaft going through the firewall, and then coming out to this servo. This out right here using our new lathe and some math, and was able to bolt the...
There's one incredible investment that no one seems to know about. Over 3,200 people have already invested in it, and some are earning $10, $20, or even $30,000 per month right now. Nope.
Good morning, everyone. We are back from, I did the wrong thing with the light. Shoot. Good morning again, everyone. Welcome back again to the KSR YouTube channel. Appreciate everybody subscribing and following along to our channel. If you didn't know, we do have some merch available at our winwithksr.com website. We're back on mullet this morning. Travis came in and beat me here this morning and started cleaning up and welding the seam between the transmission tunnel and there. So that's something that's done in factory form on these cars, on all these G-body cars. Is it's kind of pinched, two halves are pinched.
Bro, them turbos gonna be so hard. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments below.
Attention drivers, do you know about this car insurance hack? If your car is over 3 years old, car insurance companies hope that you don't know this ridiculously easy trick.
So this is that lip that I was talking about cutting off earlier. We left just a little tiny bit of it for strength, but this lip was an inch thicker. And we trimmed that off so when we're up inside the car, trying to get to the top bolts in the transmission, it gives you a lot more room to be able to get in there and get that stuff, get the bolts and access some of the bolts. We are going to have a removable panel. So this right here is going to be a removable panel that'll bolt in from the inside. So we got to both A-arms.
Because the Mr. Cool Universal saves you money and has a more compact, sexy design, it's got to be less powerful than other heat pumps, right? Wrong.
Okay, put it in low range. Turn the wheel hard to the right. Ready? Up.
There's a certain strain of bacteria called Lactobacillus reuteri that will help you grow bigger balls. There was a study published in 20.
All right, so and picked up the 402 from Hinton's this morning, getting it all ready to drop in the Barn Find Caprice, but the water pump don't match the rest of it, so we had to make a trip to O'Reilly to get some Chevy Orange.
Right. I mean, it's always a good idea to have some around.
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
I felt bad because I didn't have any around.
That's like Garage 101. We're gonna meet our deadline. Daddy Dave bet before he left that this thing wouldn't be running in 3 hours.
There's a definitely.
Sunk it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we line these things up around here.
Well, done.
Where are we parking at? Right in front of the door?
Hey, we gotta take this thing down the road. My shop did it. They all 3 doors blocked.
Doesn't matter. If we need you to get out this door, you can park in front of it.
Uh-huh.
No, we're gonna build up a. Finley's already drove it. He said he was gonna drive it.
We figured you'd walk in and go, "You're welcome.
Yeah.
I just gave you the incentive you needed to get this deal done." Yeah, right.
So, Maiden Voyage, Volume 2. Oh, there's that thing still.
That thing's gonna do it the whole time, huh?
You got the seat on there?
I put my
It's your seatbelt.
It's mine?
Yeah. Where?
Oh, 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 oh.
Perfect.
I just love this thing.
Woo! Ooh, no dash lights. Woo! Ooh, no dash lights. What? The latch.
Safety first.
It latched.
Calm down. I don't know why you yell at me all the time.
I didn't raise my voice.
This thing just rides like a little man.
This thing won't go far. Switch on.
So it's 10:30 on a Wednesday, and apparently I've sold close to $3,000 in sales on Amazon already. Don't believe me? Come around. I'll show.
All right, I figured I'd get you guys at the perfectly wrong time, but we have a really big special announcement. It has absolutely nothing to do with what you guys are doing right now.
You got somebody come install stickers?
Yeah, you're relieved of your duty. You can go. Nothing scribbled all up.
I don't know if that's in the budget. We're gonna have to go to Walmart and get some bumper opened up a little bit, get some airflow in there, so you can see that.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot better.
Yeah, it's very subdued.
Yeah, that is definitely
So this is like the one that you liked in the showroom, more subtle.
not as flashy. I like that dish look, man. That's really cool. Dude, these truly have transformed the look of this thing. It is night and day different.
So you started already pre-contouring.
Oh,
Just
okay.
for your last tire setup.
Okay.
You should have followed that a little bit.
These middle ridge correctors on here look awesome. It's just so much more aggressive. And kind of last night I had to drive home on two because we had to kind of figure this out today. And it drove fantastic on those rears. But obviously the fronts are going to change a few things, but I'm really, really happy with the ride quality of those. Yeah. I didn't have four-wheel drive before. That was embarrassing. Loving the contour. Contour and Sawzall normally don't go hand in hand, but
All right, listen, we got a lot of updates, boys, but today it's beautiful. The snow has melted. Melted. We got a mud McMudda. Dude, she's gonna be put to the test today. That was the first time I heard it hit third gear.
Them trucks hard as fuck.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They be running.
Turns out we don't have that much mud. Thought there was a lot more mud. It's just your classic late February, early March, just slimy on top, still frozen underneath. Overall, not great conditions out here. No. Yeah, it's just what we were saying. Like a little bit right.
See this plastic tote right here? Well, I'm going to show you something right now.
See, that was a bad spot the last time we were out on the ice, so I wondered. Yeah. Like, you can see that ice still moving up and down. That's pretty thin right there. Undulating ice. Oh, the ice is moving bigly now. Oh.
Our proven installation process ensures your gutters are in tip-top shape and prepped to protect your home. Step 1, we clean your gutter.
Oh. Oh my God. Oh no. Okay. Okay, there you go. We saw this coming from a mile away. How unbelievable that we found ourselves in this predicament. I can't believe it. Just go forward. I think it's just smashing the bumper. Who cares? Now give her some juice. Oh yeah, we'll get it. Keep bumping into it just like that. It's gonna break down. Wow. Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh, this is so terrifying. The ice is like a wave. It's moving all the way back here. You'll get it. It's almost like the water pressure is lifting the ice and trying to pull it up. Yeah.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
It's a little bit. It do though. In a few.
For the record, those are 52-inch tall tires. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh yeah. All right, back up more. Dude, Nick, you got like one shot, bro. You got one shot here.
Just flew it.
Yeah, you gotta go straight. Like a little bit right. Oh my God. All right, stop. Stop. All right, don't break anything. Don't break anything. Thank you. Thank the Lord. Rescue time, baby.
Goddamn dumbass.
I think it's so cool. I guess I didn't realize you could like catwalk with those things. Real convenient to have this friend around right now. Oh my God! That moves so much.
Fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid.
Just give her, brother.
God damn, that's just fucking stupid. Just gotta ride that bitch up out of there at the end of the day. So,
Oh yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Are you interested in the specific gun laws for your state? If not, no worries, simply skip this video. However, if you do want to know the specific gun laws...
Drag strip last week did not go as planned. The truck was just not running right. Got some bugs to work out. I think we got it though. So Kyle from Warren Diesel, he sent me over a file. Let's see what happens. He said it should spool a lot faster. Got it, and it's even. I think it might be even harder now. But regardless, I want to get this front end rebuilt and see if we can get this thing rolling smooth again. It really brings out the rust real nice in the body. But no, seriously, it looks good. Hopefully everything is going to work like it should. We got the 4-link up front there. That looks awesome. Traction bars in the rear. Hopefully the rear end stays together. And, man, it looks sick. I love the stance of this thing. We're going to cover this up with something one day, but for now, let's just get it running right and everything else. So that's where we're headed. Headed to actually get it aligned right now after doing all the front end work to it. So we're getting the truck aligned, and we're literally going to leave the alignment shop and go straight out the drag strip, do some testing. All right, so actually came up here to get an alignment on it, and this tire was leaking some air out. Figured it out. It's leaking around the bead on the inside, so we're going to bust it down and see what happens, see why it's leaking. They got some bead sealer here, and we'll see what it's going to take to get this thing sealed up. All right, so we're out here at Brandon Motorsports Park, and we're going to do a test hit on this thing, see what it does. Really crossing my fingers. I think we got all the bugs worked out. I think it's just going to hook. I don't think it's going to hop. And I think it's going to spool up. So we just load the new file in there.
I think it just might. We're going to figure out.
God, I'm being hopeful right now. Let's hope this thing works. Alright, so did it pass, did a really good, felt like it was probably really good to 8 mile, and then the transmission didn't shift. Probably still learning, this thing takes a while to learn, but it felt really good out of the hole. Still took forever to spool, so I got another file I can throw in it. I'm going to throw this other file that Kyle sent me. I'm really hoping this one does, and we can go from there.
Broke up at the end though, man. Oh, I'm not
Look, you've got a bunch of bags and Lambos telling you it's easy to start an online business. But actually, it's not. Those guys are...
What's up, guys? We're still here in Georgia, still on the adventure of getting Sean's what was supposed to be bucket list car. Today we're going to head to the donk race that's going on here at Silver Dollar. But first, the headlights weren't very good in this thing, so we're going to stop here at O'Reilly, get us some standard issues, maybe a couple other supplies, fix a couple other things on this car. And then we're going to head over to...
Easy money out the burnout. Warm it up, warm it up. It's a new warm up. Gotta warm it up. Warm it up. Yeah, they gotta wake up. That should be getting it pretty fucking hard to smoke the tire out there right now, man. It is sticky as shit. We need to drop it down about 400 RPM. Yeah, let's do that.
See the water? That's it.
So, man. Oh, man. So they talking about a...
Y'all better back up. Let me hit y'all like that car. You gonna knock y'all out. Y'all better back up.
But it's cool, and it's interesting, and it was dirt cheap, because who the heck wants it? This guy. Well, I guess not really anymore. As you can see, she's loaded up on the old Texas Pride trailer, and she's going to be leaving soon.
Mostly it's thanks.
Going off-road means getting more out of life. Getting more for your money adds to the fun. With the fastest engaging all-wheel...
Oh, yeah, boys. The Buffalito is here with the fresh Simpson seats. Look at that, dude.
That's what I'm talking about. Need something like that, dude? Where do they go?
They go to sidebysideblogparts.com or email sidebysideblog.com@gmail.com. Simpson making the nicest seats out there.
Fact.
Big facts. They kill the design every time I say, hey, come up with something cool for the Buffalo. Somehow match the cage on this, to which they've never seen. You just got it dialed.
Killer. Well, on to part 2.
What we're really here to do today, part 2 of the new Commander versus the Polaris General shootout. So we're going to do some fun stuff today. You guys saw us at Rocks and Valleys dealing with a bunch of deep, heavy snow, kind of doing some slow speed riding, some hill climbing and whatnot. Today, though,